Have you ever experienced something strange, something that made you question reality? Welcome to Glitches in the Matrix, a podcast dedicated to sharing those bizarre, unexplainable moments that leave us wondering if there's something more going on beyond what meets the eye. Settle in, open your mind, and join me on a voyage to the uncanny edges of this universe, or whatever you want to call reality as we know it.
My mother and I heard the inside of each other's brains. By Reddit user nothingbut-flowers. So this happened earlier this year, and I have literally no explanation for it or any idea how or why it happened. Me and my mom were talking about something and we went in for a hug. Our ears lined up perfectly with each other's, and immediately, coming from inside her head, I heard what sounded like an internet dial-up, followed by the sound of an angelic choir of children singing two beautiful chords. It was very fast. The whole thing probably only lasted about 5 seconds. I was super shocked, so I pulled away expecting her to ask me what was wrong, but she pulled away at the same time, and we just looked at each other with the most shocked and confused expressions on our faces. She asked me, "Did you just hear that?" I said yes and asked what she heard. You can imagine my surprise when she said she heard that same internet dial-up, but followed by a bass synth and percussion beat from the inside of my head. We have tried to recreate it many times since then, but nothing like that has ever happened again. I have no idea what it was. I've tried to Google and see if anyone else has experienced anything like this or has any explanation, but whenever I look it up, it just pulls up articles about schizophrenia, LOL. It sends my brain for such a loop whenever I think about it. Has anyone else ever heard of anything like this, or have any sort of explanation for it? I'm open to hearing anything. A strange family just walked into my storeroom. By Reddit user BalconyClown. This happened at 8:23 p.m. I was sitting in my living room reading a book, and suddenly there was a large thud, and from nowhere, a family of 4 wearing all black walks across my hallway, opens the door of my storeroom, and goes inside. I was too shocked to do anything. I couldn't even process what I had just seen. My sister came rushing from her room, noticeably concerned about the thud, and she saw me frozen, I guess. She asked me about the noise. I wasn't able to speak. I did not know what to speak. I gathered enough courage to walk to the store and open the door just to find nothing. She comes to me and asks what happened. I explained to her what I just saw, and as expected, she laughed it off. I don't know what it was, but it was the most terrifying thing I ever encountered.
Have you had a glitch in the Matrix happen to you? We would love to hear your story. You can share your glitch in the Matrix with us by emailing your glitch to paranormalitymag@gmail.com. That's paranormalitymag@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the glitches.
My dad disappeared in an elevator. By Reddit user GERBILPANDA. Back in junior year of high school, when I was 16, my family and I were moving to a new apartment. Near the end of the day, my dad and a family friend, who I didn't really know then and haven't talked to since, were walking from the apartment to the elevator so we could go to the car and grab the last things from it. When my dad stepped into the elevator, the door closed almost immediately. It was specifically weird because the door had only been open for a couple of seconds, and it closed way faster than I'd seen an elevator door close before or after. The door won't open. So we're all confused. We're talking to Dad. He can hear us. We can hear him. Then suddenly, mid-sentence, his voice just cuts off entirely and the door opens and the elevator is just empty. So me and the family friend just sort of stare for a second. I step in and look around. No sign of Dad. I step back out of the elevator and immediately the doors close again and then reopen, and Dad's just standing in the middle of the elevator looking dumbfounded. So we asked him what happened. He explains from his perspective that after the elevator door closed, at one point he stopped hearing us and the elevator went up. Then it just stopped, and he heard what seemed to be wild animals he couldn't quite identify and the sound of scratching on the door. This felt like it lasted around 5 minutes to him before suddenly the elevator door opened, without the elevator ever feeling like it went back down. We lived there for over a year. We never did figure out what happened, and the elevator never did that again.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Glitches in the Matrix presented by Paranormality Magazine. Paranormality Magazine is a collaborative endeavor driven by a deep passion for the mysterious, unexplained, and paranormal. We are captivated by the enigmatic realms and the individuals who shape this extraordinary community. Our mission is to delve into all things 14, embracing topics ranging from apparitions to extraterrestrial encounters, and exploring the diverse array of cryptid creatures in between. With a global team dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, we gather captivating stories, conduct insightful interviews, and provide up-to-date coverage on groundbreaking paranormal projects that are propelling our community forward. Curious to be a part of this extraordinary journey? Visit our website, paranormalitymag.com. That's paranormalitymag.com. Until next time, keep your eyes and minds open. Pay attention to the little things that don't quite make sense, or the coincidences that seem too synchronistic to dismiss outright. Reality might just be stranger than you think.